Breaking overnight, gunfire and explosions turn a French neighborhood into a war zone. Police swarm an apartment in a Paris suburb. 3 terror suspects are dead and 3 more arrested. The mastermind behind the deadly attacks in Paris, the target of the raids. Developing right now, is he dead or alive? Plus,
in our book, God says, if you kill one person without any reason, it's like you killed the whole humanity.
Muslims here in Michiana are denouncing the acts of terror, what they want others to know about their religion. Good morning, Michiana. It's Wednesday, November 18th. I'm Emily Evans.
And I'm Rachel Brown. We are all over the news that's been breaking right now in Paris overnight. We'll bring you up to speed in just a moment.
But first, we do want to get a check of the weather. We are expecting some rain today. Let's get over to meteorologist Greg Bobus, who joins us in the Weather Center now. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, quick check of the forecast for you here. Temperatures last 12 hours have actually been warming. We're in a nice spot here to start off this morning. We're in the upper 50s to right around 60. 61 is the current temperature in South Bend. Temperature sitting at 58 in Goshen, 60 in Benton Harbor, and 63 in Rochester. No winter coats today at all. We'll be on the windy side again, but again, not a bad start. We're fairly mild here. We do have some rain already making its way into the area. LaPorte County seeing some decent rainfall right now. Basically, our westernmost counties seeing some rain. Keep that in mind. This is edging ever so much closer to South Bend with each passing minute. We'll take a look at when it finally gets here. We'll also look ahead to a fairly rainy morning and early afternoon. We'll see you back here for your full forecast. That is straight ahead in about 10 minutes.
All right, Greg, thank you. Now let's get to that breaking news out of Saint Denis, France. It's a suburb just outside of Paris. The latest from reporters on the ground there saying it's been quiet for the past hour or so, but that was not the case overnight.
Police cornered terror suspects who were held up in an apartment firing off rounds of gunfire followed by explosions. Here's the very latest we know at this hour. Police have updated the number of arrests. We now know 5 suspects have been arrested and 3 terrorists are dead this morning. One woman blew herself up. She was wearing some kind of explosive belt. The 2 others were taken out by police. Their identities haven't been revealed yet, confirming if any of them are the suspected mastermind behind the attacks. And tragically, we have learned a civilian was killed in the crossfire this morning. Let's get right out to ABC's Kenneth Moten right now with more on the deadly raids.
Overnight, more gunfire in Paris. French police on the ground in a suburb. Residents told to stay inside.
We just want to be safe.
Investigators confirm the fluid scene is related to the deadly ISIS terror attacks in the city and the suspected mastermind Abdel Habib Haboud. It was believed he had made his way back into Syria, but police spent the night trying to figure out if he was hiding out in an apartment not far from the stadium where Friday night's attack began. There have been more than 100 raids throughout the city as police hunt for another armed and dangerous suspect, Salah Abdeslam. The U.S., France, and Russia have teamed up striking ISIS targets in Syria. Russian President Vladimir Putin vowed revenge after it was confirmed ISIS used a bomb to down this Russian passenger plane over Egypt, killing 224 people. Here at home overnight, 2 Air France flights bound for Paris, one for L.A., the other from D.C., were diverted after anonymous bomb threats were called in. Passengers were evacuated and the planes were swept, but police found nothing. The U.S. is on high alert, but Europe is on edge. Major sporting events canceled over heightened fears. In Germany, a Hanover stadium was evacuated before kickoff because of a bomb threat. But in England, Prince William led a show of solidarity before a soccer match against France. 80,000 Englishmen sang France's national anthem. French investigators say 5 people were arrested in that Paris suburb, 3 from an apartment, but no word on their identities. Before police moved in, they say a female suicide bomber set off her belt. She died on the scene. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
The Islamic Society of Michiana is publicly denouncing the acts of terrorism in Paris. Members of the faith say those terrorists do not represent their beliefs. They're sending their prayers to the victims of the Paris attacks. They say it's selfless acts like this that best represent their religion. And they say also the people responsible do not follow their beliefs.
I'm not going to call them people, I'm going to call them terrorists.
This is completely against our faith. American Muslims especially, they should not be associated.
Mohammed Sirajuddin also weighed in on the governor's decision to suspend Syrian refugee resettlement. You can check out that response on our website, abc57.com.
We also spoke with a Syrian pharmacist about the resettling of refugees here in the United States and how many governors are now against it. He says he supports their caution.
I don't think the governor took that stand because he's against helping the refugees. We need as a country to stand up and help them, and we need to extend our hands to them. Yet we need to be careful who is coming in and who is not.
He says there should be a more detailed screening process for refugees, but he wants everyone to realize people are fleeing their homeland from the terrorists taking over there.
The story is rapidly developing.